Hello everybody. It's been a little while since I've actually put out a video. I had been putting them out every couple of days. Actually went to the Hydro Fest in Guntersville, Alabama, which was the 200-mile-an-hour hydro boats, and actually did a complete video. Great video, but for some reason every bit of the media from it and the video itself disappeared. So I wasn't able to post that. So in that time I've just kind of been doing a few things. I actually had some ink done, so I'm actually have to stay out of the sun a little bit. So I've been kind of messing around here inside the boat for a little bit. 4th of July happened, of course. Kind of spent that here in the marina with a few friends, and but I'm getting ready to get started on a few things. So I think what I'm going to do this time for this episode is I'm actually going to just kind of post some pictures from when I first got the boat, some video from the house, which I am still kind of in the midst of packing. A lot of stuff is gone now. Got till the end of this month to kind of wrap that up, so that I can get completely out of there. And but from there I'm going to start actually getting started on this motor. I know I've been talking about it. I'm struggling getting some glow plugs, actually, considering this is a town with a lot of boats and stuff. They don't have, I don't know of anybody here that has glow plugs that are going to fit my Westerbeek diesel motor, but I can order that stuff offline, and I'm going to go through that process in a video, and then of course changing those out and beginning to test the motor. So that's going to be a very interesting episode, so kind of keep up, and you'll get a chance to see that as well. So hang on and enjoy this episode, and just look at some pictures and some earlier videos, and it might even actually have the full video off of my GoPro from when I went under the boat and was attacked by a smallmouth bass. I thought he was going to kill me, but obviously he didn't like me there, and but you'll get a chance to see that in its entirety, and just enjoy, and we will talk soon. Peace. Well, here she is. It's 1987 O'Day 272 LE, 27 foot. When I came to purchase the boat, you know, I saw a lot of things that I knew that was going to have to be redone as far as the boat's concerned. One of them is the jib sail is dry rotted, as if you can see here. Every bit is dry rotted, and of course all the lines are going to have to be replaced. The boat actually sat for a couple of years, and so I actually got it for a pretty decent deal. But if you notice, like, all of these lines are probably going to have to be replaced. I haven't pulled up the mainsail, so I'm not really sure yet what the condition is. I think mainly because that has been rolled up there for quite some time. I think that maybe, you know, maybe that's what it was. It just was exposed for too long. But you know, all the lines and everything are going to need to be replaced. Of course, the canopy is really dirty, but it's in good shape. It's not coming apart. The cover for it was, but I think that you know, that one's going to be just fine. You know, I'm seeing a lot of surface cracks in the deck and around, you know, some of these entry points and stuff. But you know, there's some leaking going on inside because of it. But you know, I think I can just reset everything. But like I said, you know, she's a pretty boat to me, and I've always kind of liked the the needy boats, the ones that need some loving, and kind of get them back into shape where they're saleable. And so I'm getting pretty excited about that. It does have the inboard diesel, which is good, and I'm really excited about that. So I just think that it's going to be a project, and I'm really looking forward to it. Inside is even a little bit worse of a story, of course, but it is going to be something that's going to be, like I said, it's going to be something interesting. As you see, there's a lot of leaking around the windows over a period of time. The handrail is going to have to probably be redone. You can see where there's been some leaking coming around through there too. Same on this side. It's just what it is, and it's something that I'm gonna have to work on. Around the hatch there, the companionway, the wood had rotted. I pulled that up this morning, so I really didn't film that, but you can see where I'm still working on it. I'm gonna have to scrape all of that up, and I think I'm just gonna put carpet in and not worry about trying to put wood back in. But you can see, the wood needs to be, cleaned and finished again. Of course, the head is functioning. It's fine. Might go through and do a little bit of that, but work on that a little bit. But and of course the sink and everything, just a little cleaning. Right now I have a bunch of things in here just because I'm going to be staying down here a couple of days to work on it. But maybe a new hatch here as well. Everything's kind of cracked and dry rotted from, like I said, from sitting for a while, but it is in the water and it's holding well. It's not taking on any water. So I think that's good. So that's what that is right now. It's gonna need a little bit of electrical work as well. Right now I'm trying to figure out why my 12 volts not operating properly. I'm going to start off with some new batteries, of course. I put a jumper on it and I still wasn't getting anything. And the jumper kept telling me it was reverse polarity. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of investigation on that. I'm not real knowledgeable on a lot of things, but like I said, we're going to do all of this together, and it'll be a learning experience for me, and I'll be asking for lots of advice. So I really look forward to all of this. We'll take a look at the motor real soon. Good morning, everybody. Today I'm gonna have to deal with a little mess back here in the V-berth. Seem to have a seacock that's leaking, and eventually I'm going to have to get this boat out of the water. So I actually got me a hand pump today, and I'm going to just kind of take care of some of this stuff and And we're just going to take it one step at a time and kind of see what's going on. Let's come back in here and I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about. And so right down in here, and it's right here where all my plumbing for my head and all of that is. And it's the Seacock right there. And just gonna have to pump some of this water out. It's kind of nasty down in here. Ew! But anyway, it seems to get about this much water in here every 2 or 3 days or something like that. So I think it's seeping in around where it's connected to the through hole. The wood there, little wood plate there, is starting to, it's wet and dripping. But I also think that it's dripping where the handle was. It's kind of leaking out through there. And you can kind of see, well, I didn't have my light, but you can kind of see where I'm talking about. And I think it's dribbling down. But you can also see here, well, maybe not, right in through here, you can see kind of where it's been dribbling down and leaking out a little bit of stuff through here. Well, yeah, right in through here, this area here, it's been leaking a little bit there too. So you know, that's just gonna have to be some work done. I'm thinking about just replacing all of this. All the hoses and stuff are all looking pretty old, and maybe the tank too. I mean, it's bulged pretty much, so it's probably got some cracks in it. Probably had fluid in it for a long time, and probably froze and expanded and cracked the tank too. So that might be part of the way the bilge is. I emptied out the tank not long ago, and just doesn't seem to be anything in it, but I think that there's just some really nasty stuff coming out through those hoses that are seeping. So but anyway, we'll like I said, we'll take it just a little bit at a time, and we'll get this boat situated. Getting a little bit too close up, but yeah, so I got a little bit of work to do on that. My day is going to be short today, until we get this situated where I can become a liveaboard on this boat. I get to spend some minimal time here, so we're going to take it just a little at a time, one little nut and bolt at a time, and Scottish Rose will be soon doing her thing. So, hey guys, peace.
watching episode while we're waiting on that. Waiting on 11.
Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it
Ruh-roh.
spend my cruel show. I'm gonna be myself.
I think she was topless.
Someone else. No one stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel the light.
Meal of Champions. Bologna. They say that you are what you eat. Some people say I'm full of bologna. I don't think so.
Nothing can break me, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me.
Oh, what a day. Today was amazing.
I think all of our
I
batteries
love
are
watching these episodes. You learn
We
a
heard
lot.
our friends this place was good, but never in a while the
Y'all
food
seem
was
happy.
really this good.
We did a lot. We did some exploring, some
But
sightseeing today.
I,
Some abandoned buildings.
I'm talking with my mouth full,
abandoned
too.
Boats.
Then
on shore.
shipwrecks.
Shipwrecks.
They're-
So they're also known
I think
shipwrecks.
they're forcibly abandoned.
We still live on it. In a lane.
Oh, Lane.
We live on a lane constantly.
So now we're going to scoot back to Carousel, hopefully make it there by sunset.
And, so just say, yeah, we saw some shipwrecks, but we also had some fun on the beach.
Oh, today
And
was,
some snorkeling.
today was fantastic.
Oh.
Saw a turtle and a barracuda.
And now we're gonna finish this beautiful day off with a little sail.
Ooh, sneaky sail. Sunset sail.
Sunset sail, eh?
Ooh. Alright,
Pretty.
let's do it.
Yeah.
What are you doing in that seat, which I have prepared for myself?
I am sail.
Well, it looks like it might be sweating a little on the sides. You can't really tell on the video, but it's got a little glisten to it after I've washed it and cleaned it a little bit. But you can see now there's the seacock that is probably going to have to be redone. Kind of looking at a weird angle, but let me see if I can shift here for you. Okay, so we're looking, this is in the V berth here, and you can see where it's coming in, and you can see where it's been kind of seeping around in this area. Some pretty nasty stuff there. All of that should get replaced, and of course down here you've got your knot meter and your depth sounder. And I dried it up with a paper towel, and you can already kind of see a little bit of water just kind of puddling up, but I don't think it's like leaking really fast. It's just seeping, it's weeping. So yeah, I think that It's going to have to come out of the water sometime soon, or it could get worse and the boat could sink, and I'd really hate for that to happen. Especially if I'm sleeping. So it's what it is what it is, and you got to do it sometimes, and that's just what it is. So yeah, and I did disinfect my hands really good. Let's do a little product placement. But yeah, I did kind of disinfect my hands, but it was pretty bad. I think that what had happened was, we had pumped out the holding tank, and the holding tank was full, and it's probably been sitting there for 2 or 3 years. That was a mess, and I did pour some stuff down into the tank a little bit, just to kind of keep the smell down, of course. But we've got a ways to go on this project. A lot to seal up, but still, I love the boat. Some people probably think I'm an idiot for getting it, but that's okay. It's the one I wanted. I wanted a project that's gonna end up being my boat when it's done, and I just think that it's gonna be a lot of fun, a lot of misery, a lot of bloody knuckles, and we'll get her going again. And but thank y'all for tuning in. See ya. As you see, in the very humble beginnings, I thought I had a problem with the Seacock, but actually it ended up being something a little bit more gross. So I was having some issues with some of the hoses going into my holding tank from the head. We pumped that out. Obviously, all of that stuff had been in that holding tank, and it was completely full and bulging, probably sitting in there for a couple of years. So right now I'm in the decision-making process. I've been looking actually at these composting heads, and it actually uses coconut fibers. It all goes in there, and it kind of you churn it. It's just like you're pumping the handle, but you're cranking this handle, and it turns it into a solid that you can actually put in a bag, and it's safe to actually throw away. You don't have to do a pump out. So I could actually get one of those, because it's all self-contained, and I could actually get rid of that holding tank and all of that plumbing and everything, just alleviate it, get that good and clean in there, and create some more storage area for lighter things, because that's up in the bow, and I am trying to get more of the weight to the stern, and so that she sits in the water a little better. The O-Days, especially the 272s and LEs, have been known to kind of set bow down a little bit, but the water line is level with that line on the boat as well. So, but I still would like to alleviate some of the weight up front, because I am going to be putting a mattress and everything in the V-berth up there, which is going to be where I'll sleep, and I'll use the aft sleeping berth for storage of clothes and just anything else that I can think of. I'm going to create a storage space. I actually have an air conditioner that it's kind of one of those air conditioners where you run the hose out a hatch window, or something like that. So I'm using it that way at the moment, but I'm going to actually try to install that a little better with an actual vent pipe where it's actually attached with a screw-off cap on the deck somewhere. So when I am at a marina or a dock and I'm on shore power, I can actually run it. And then if it's going to be rainy or something, I put that cap on there, and it's designed for those kinds of things. So moving on, we will go to something different today. So I'm actually going to try to bring up that video for you right now of my fish attack.